years, I thought that skipping breakfast was what was helping me stay lean, but actually what it did was it made eating healthy even harder. Today, I'll be sharing why breakfast is actually the anchor of your entire day, your entire progress, and how to utilize it properly to get the best results possible. By the way, I'm Simone. I have been lifting weights since I was 12 consistently, and I'm currently studying Paul Chek's teachings through holistic life coaching. And also, at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you a couple of healthy breakfast ideas to kind of jumpstart your journey. So first thing I'm going to be talking about is while you're sleeping, your body is fasting, and fasting is a good thing. While you're fasting, your body's able to digest the food that's already in your body. There's cell turnover, and overall, fasting is not a bad thing at all. Actually, in a lot of ways, it's good. But when you're working a 9 to 5, when you're working out in the morning, when you have to have the cognitive function to function throughout the day, you need fuel. How are you going to expect a car that has no fuel in it when you first turn it on at the beginning of the day? The engine is cold. How are you going to expect that to run? So it's super important, especially if you're training, to have fuel in the tank. But here's where a lot of people mess up. What are you having for breakfast? Now, here in America, our culture around breakfast is very carb heavy. It's Pop-Tarts, donuts, hash browns. It's all carbs. And while carbs are great for fast digesting carbs, you want protein to keep you sustained throughout the day. Think of carbs as a piece of paper and protein as a piece of firewood. When you're putting it into a fire, protein is going to be able to hold on to that longer. It's going to sustain you longer rather than a carbohydrate being a piece of paper, which will just burn up and leave you hungry within 20 minutes. Not only will protein keep you full throughout the day, when the first thing you put into your mouth at the beginning of the day is protein, it sets the tone for your taste buds throughout the entire day. If the first thing you put in your mouth is Pop-Tarts when you wake up in the morning, that sets the standard for the entire day. Wow, I started the day with some Pop-Tarts. What can match that? What can reach that same level? Because then if you try to put something healthy into your mouth, it's just comparing it to that. So starting your day with a high protein breakfast is going to set the tone for the entire day, keep you full, keep you satiated, and it's going to help with muscle recovery for your workouts. And you can argue, yeah, a donut has the same amount of calories as 2 eggs, so why don't I just have the donut for breakfast? What I was saying about carbohydrates, it's going to speed up the digestion process so much faster, and you're not even going to feel like you ate anything. But also, eggs and donut, while it has the same amount of calories, the micronutrients, the macronutrients in eggs is so much better. There's the protein in it, of course, the fat that'll keep you satiated. There's the minerals and enzymes in it that'll be so much better for your body than a donut. Another thing about skipping breakfast is that it can completely backfire. If you're someone who's on a journey to get healthy and lose some body fat, if you are skipping breakfast, while it may seem like you're eating less throughout the day, when you don't eat breakfast, you are going to be hungry throughout the entire day. I don't care what anybody says. Maybe for some people it's different depending on their metabolism, but hunger is like a rubber band. If you stretch it enough by waiting long enough, the more you wait, then by the time you do eat something, it's going to completely backfire and you're going to be ravenous. So I'd much rather you eat consistently throughout the day than by the time you get to your first meal, you're incredibly ravenous and you overeat. And also, when you're not giving yourself properly the fuel throughout the day, not only you're going to crave more food, you're going to crave more sugar and calorie dense foods that are going to completely backfire and undo the progress you made because of skipping your breakfast. The next thing I'm going to talk about is protein distribution throughout the day. Now, if you skip breakfast but just have a small, like let's say a piece of string cheese just before you go into work, while yeah, that has 5 grams of protein, that just means if you want to hit your protein goal in order to build the muscle you want to, then in your other 2 meals throughout the day, you have to be protein loading. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd much rather have 30 grams of protein at breakfast, 30 grams at lunch, and 30 grams at dinner, and just have it spread throughout the day, rather than having something small and carb heavy for breakfast, or skipping breakfast entirely, and then having to have 50, 60, 70 gram of protein dinner. That is a monstrosity. Because I don't know about you guys, I do love high protein swaps and stuff, but if it comes to the point where there's 70 grams of protein in one meal just to be able to squeeze it in there, I'm stuffed by the time I finish that meal. So it's so much better to spread out your protein throughout the day, and having breakfast as a meal throughout the day makes that distribution so much easier. And as I promised, I'm going to give you a couple of high protein breakfast ideas. Lately, I've been obsessed with smoothies and sourdough. So what I've been doing lately is I have a smoothie with 50 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of banana, I'll put protein powder, psyllium husk for the fiber, I'll put a little bit of electrolyte sodium and a little bit of stevia in there, a little almond milk, and you blend that all up. I have that with a piece of sourdough and an egg with about 100 grams of egg whites. So not only the egg on its own gives you the protein, but adding a little bit of extra egg whites on the side as well, just mixing that into there, that adds a protein boost while also getting the fats from the eggs, so you're not undoing or leaving out the nutrients that you could get from the eggs. You're just adding an extra amount of protein there. And not only that, the egg whites, because it's so low calorie but high protein and it takes up space, you're eating more volume for less calories. And so I'm getting a high protein breakfast that keeps me full, and I'm getting the sweetness, I'm getting the carbs, the fat, and the protein all in one go. Another thing that I do enjoy for breakfast is Greek yogurt bowls. Now, I like to add a little bit of chia seeds in there for the fiber, and you can really customize this however you want. Some days I'll want granola, chocolate chips in it, and some days I want something like fruitier. I'll put some blueberries or strawberries in there, and you can really cater it to however you want, and you're gonna get a high protein breakfast out of that. And advice as for going out to eat for breakfast, I love just sticking to something with eggs and carbs, simple carbohydrates. Something, if I'm going out to eat, of course I'll have fun sometimes and I'll get myself a pancake to share with my friends. The key is to not restrict too much. The goal is to not exactly eat less, but to eat more of the foods that are good for you. So if I'm going to First Watch, I like the omelets that have different vegetables and cheeses and stuff in it as well that I enjoy. And they also have this one wrap that has like the egg whites and the vegetables, and it's all in like a little wrap. So you can make that at home too, but there's really so many options for breakfast. Those are just some of my favorites. For a while, I really enjoyed making a protein oats, which is basically oats, egg whites. You can add a little protein powder in there as well. And it's just like regular oatmeal, just with a protein boost. And that just has made it so much easier to stick to my goals there. Now, breakfast isn't some magic potion that'll make all your problems disappear, but if you're having crashes of energy throughout the day, you're constantly hungry and snacking all the time, and you're working on building muscle or getting overall healthier, breakfast is a very good bet. A good, healthy, high-protein breakfast is simple yet super effective and will push you in the direction of your goals. So my recommendation or homework for you today is for the next week, try to have between 25 and 30 grams of protein at your breakfast. Try different things that you'd like to incorporate into your diet and have fun with it. Try new things and come back in a week and tell me how your energy is feeling. I have tons of videos on my page about fitness. You can check out this video right here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.